What's going on, guys? Today we got another deck profile. Today it is of the deck I decided to take to locals yesterday, which is Abyss Actor. I wanted to play a fun deck since I had played in the YCS, and I'll go ahead and get that out of the way real quick. I did play in the YCS, as I just said. I played one round and dropped. My first matchup was against the Crooked Cook Shark deck, and I got stalled out of the game. So that was fun. And I didn't want to drop at the end of round one, but I did anyway because, and I'm glad I did because it took over an hour and a half for the rounds to start. So yeah, that was my YCS experience. I'm not going to record the deck profile for that because, again, it was a round. But yeah, I decided to play something more fun for locals, which was Abyss Actor. This deck is a blind second deck. It likes to go second all the time, which is convenient. I went 3-1 with the deck. The only loss was to Invoke Dogmatica. This deck loses pretty hard to that, especially when coupled with DPE. And the other matchups I played against were Scrap Dino. I won 2-0. Invoke Despia, and Infernoble. Sorry, I couldn't remember what the deck was called. And I won all those matches 2-0. Then lost 0-2 to Invoke Dogmatica in the final round. The deck's a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend you guys trying it. It's pretty cheap outside of the main deck Lightning Storms, so you can play it on a budget as well. Yeah, and I figured we would open the packs that I got for getting second. And then this is a pack I had from last week. But I was going to save all the packs until the end of the month, but I figured it would just be more fun to open the prize packs every time I record one of these. So yeah, we're going to go and get into it. To start, 3 Mellow Madonna. This is your Clyfort Scout of the deck. You pay 1,000 to search your deck for any Abyss Actor, but then you can't special summon anything but Abyss Actor Pendulums, which is important because that means you can't even use the link. Its effects are pretty good too, as you can see. But it's when a pendulum is destroyed by battle, I can summon her, and then if an Abyss Actor or if an Abyss script card, is activated, I can special summon one from the deck but put it back in my hand at the end of the turn. It just helps you kill your opponent. It's a really good card. Next, 3 Curtain Raiser. Other than being one of the best pendulum extenders in the game, it's also got a really relevant on-field effect where you can send an Abyss script from your deck to the grave, and then you add any face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum from your extra deck to your hand. So this is really good for helping playing around DPE and stuff like that, and just other cards of the such. So weird that it has an on-field effect. Most people don't know that. 3 Abyss Actor Extras. This is another card similar to Curtain Raiser. It's an extender. When it's in the scale and your opponent has a monster, you can special summon from the scale, which, again, since we're blind seconding, we're going to always hope that our opponent has a monster. And while it's on the field, you contribute it to activate an Abyss Actor Pendulum from your deck into the scales, which is also really important because since it doesn't add it, you can't be ashed with this. But this gets you to Mellow Madonna, so you're basically paying 6. For the others, we're playing 2 Superstar. He's at level 7, so he's a little bricky. In the scale, you contribute any Abyss Actor to set one of your scripts from the graveyard. And on field, you can activate his effect to set scale another Abyss script from your deck. Neither of these effects are once per turn. So if you pendulum summon, or pendulum scale him, activate his effect, and then summon him here from the link, you can use that effect. And then if this gets removed or you summon another one by whatever means, then you could do it again. It's a really good card. This is mainly the beater of the deck too. Next, you got 2 Wild Hope. Its scale effect is you could make an Abyss Actor scale a scale 9, which is really important because you'll probably be cooping this with Mellow Madonna the most. Also, when he's destroyed, you can search your deck for any of the Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters and add it to your hand. And his other effect on field is he gains 100 attack for each other face-up Abyss Actor with a different name. Doesn't really come up too often, but, you know, damage pushes are nice. Next, we got the main reason I wanted to play the deck, which is 2 Abyss Actor Comic Relief. This card is great. Its on-field effect is pretty irrelevant, but its scale effect is what matters. While it's in the scale, you could target an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster and switch control of it with another one of your targeted opponent's monsters. So let's say you use something like a Dark Ruler on DPE. You can put this in scale with a normal summon, and then take the DPE with this. And after you take the card, this gets destroyed out of the scale. So it removes itself from the scale too, which means you could pendulum summon it later, which is really good, or add it back off a Curtain Raiser. So it's a really good card. And next we got one-ofs. The first one is Sassy Rookie. The first time he's destroyed, each turn he's not. And in scale, he can protect an Abyss Actor from being destroyed once. But his other effect is if he is destroyed, you can special summon a level 4 or lower Abyss Actor from the deck. Except for another copy of itself, but we only play one, so. But yeah, he's really cool to, like, summon and then give to your opponent. Or, same thing with, like, Wild Hope. And then the last Abyss Actor we're playing is Funky Comedian. This is literally just for scale to help out the Towers monsters like Dragoon. Because while in scale, you contribute an Abyss Actor to target an Abyss Actor. And then the targeted monster gains attack equal to the attributed monster. So it's literally just for punching over Towers monsters. It's decent. And it's also a high scale, which is important. Next, for the generic Pendulum support, we have 3 Master Cerberus and the 1 Jackal King. If you do not have to use Mellow Madonna to start your plays, you can link summon into the Link 1 and have this in scale and special summon one of these from the scale, and then you get locked into Abyss Actors. So it's really cool interaction. Obviously, both of these cards are just really good, and they've been on people's radars for years because of how good they are in just other Pendulum decks. So yeah, we were playing the 3-in-1. I was playing a Garuda at one point just to have Spell Trap Destruction, mainly for things like Mystic Mine, since when it would activate it would be in scale. But nobody in my locals really plays Mystic Mine or, you know, relies on Mystic Mine to win, so I decided to cut it. And this was the worst decision I made all night, which was main decking Nibiru. I was in YCS mode where I needed to like main these to stand a chance in the YCS for things like Bird and Sword Soul. But a lot of my people at locals don't lose to this card. I sided it out 3 of my 4 matches. So yeah, that was cool. But you know, it is good. It would have been in the side if not. I would have played something like Ash or, you know, something else in the main. On to the spells. We got Rise of the Abyss King. This is the main Abyss script. This is the only traditional Abyss script we play, other than the continuous spell. But this one is you destroy cards, face-up cards on the field equal to the number of face-up attack position Abyss Actors you control. Which is quite insane. If your opponent makes a full board, you Dark Ruler them and you set up your stuff and you break everything, and then take the best thing for yourself with Comic Relief. It's really good. It's also got all the Abyss scripts have effects when they're destroyed by your opponent's card effect. This one is you add 2 from your extra deck back to your hand. It's really good. We got the 1 continuous spell, Abyss Attainment. You contribute an Abyss Actor and target an Abyss script in your grave and set it. So it's basically like Superstar in spell form. And its other effect is if it's set and destroyed, you can special summon any number of Abyss Actor Pendulums from your deck. Crazy. Like, there are a lot of times online where, you know, you're playing against DPE decks blind and, like, you could just set one and pass, and then they destroy it, and then you get 5 monsters. And then you get to set up everything for the next turn. Next, we got the 2 field spells. Fantastic Theater. Not an Abyss script, unfortunately. It does make this card really good. But you can reveal an Abyss Actor Pendulum and an Abyss script spell in your hand, and then you get to add an Abyss script spell from your deck with a different one that you revealed. Which is really important, because you can reveal either a continuous spell to get to it, or the actual spell and get to the continuous spell, which is really good. And his other effect is the first effect that your opponent activates, monster effect wise on their turn, becomes destroy a set spell or trap that I control. So most of the time it's just going to be that, and it's just really good. Next, so our extra deck is pretty irrelevant minus the 3 links. So we play 3 of Extravagance. This gives us the necessary draw power in this deck, and you could realistically play Prosperities, but as I've said in the Flunderies video, I just don't own any. But this card's still pretty free in this deck. Like, draw 2 is really nice. And you're not really digging for one specific piece. You rather just have card advantage the whole time, so the 2 cards matters a lot more in this. So for the going second cards, which is what these 9 are other than the Nibiru, so we're at 12 not going second cards. We're main decking 3 Lightning Storm. As I said, we're blind seconding all the time, all day, every day. So main decking Lightning Storm was kind of just, made sense. And then the couple with the Lightning Storms, we got the 3 Dark Ruler No More. If you open both of these, you pretty much win the game. You get the full clear of the entire board, and if you're playing against trap decks, you just obviously full clear anyway. And then the last going second card is the 3 Infinite Permanents. My testing online was triple Tactics Talents, but I decided to cut Talents mainly because I don't own them. But I did have access to them. I decided to cut them because I wanted more interaction whenever I was going second. I didn't want to just rely on Nibiru for interaction. Plus, you can activate Infinite Permanents, and then after it resolves, activate Lightning Storm if they have an Omni Negator, which is important. So, yeah, it worked out very well. So my extra deck, if I remember correctly, is all mixed up from Extravagance, which, yeah, as you could tell, is basically just my Phantom Knight extra deck, because the rest of it doesn't matter. You just need to play generically good cards. So the only cards I'm going to touch on are these ones. So Zeus's should be 3. Don't own 3, but the idea is you steal an Xyz, you attack with it, and then you just turn it into a Zeus. It's free real estate. And then the only other monster that truly matters is Hyper Director. So this is the reason that the deck is playable. You get to target a scale, special summon it, and then replace the scale with a Abyss Actor Pendulum from the deck, and then you get locked into Abyss Actors. So you can summon the mythical beasts off of this, and then voila, you get just a free summon and a free new scale, which most of the time is Mellow Madonna. Most of this deck revolves around getting to Mellow Madonna. And then, as I said with the rest of the extra deck, as you can tell, it's literally just Phantom Knight stuff. Like, some of these can come up, and then it was just one of this card, because I think he looks pretty cool. I don't know what he does. I just know he looks really cool. And then for the side, 3 copies of Lancia, pretty self-explanatory. 3 copies of Droll, also pretty self-explanatory. The rest is for going first, and we got the 3 summon limits, and the 3 dimensional barriers. Once your opponent catches on your blind second deck, they're going to force you to go first. So realistically, you'll be sighting in some of these hand traps, and then you'll be sighting in these traps. And then if their deck permits IO, then you have Cosmic Cyclone. You do need chainable back row to the IO, like I said, and sorry about the mismatch. I don't know where my other one's at. But you do need chainable back row, and you don't really have the card economy to discard with Twin Twisters. But yeah, that's the deck. We do have gameplay of this recorded for a locals feature match. There's a lot of glare in the feature matches this week, just so people are aware, and I'm very sorry ahead of time for that. But that's the best we could have done this week. But let's go on and get started with the packs. Our locals is out of Burst of Destiny, so that last pack from last week is going to be nice to open. Oh, wow, that's cool. We actually had a little running joke at locals this week. 2 people pulled this card in their entry pack. That means that box had 3 of them. Crazy. Oh, there we go. An Altergeist Pukari. Not a money card, but in my box opening, I did not pull this. So, also, heck this card. This is what made me lose my round one. Bird Strike. Cool. And Relinquished Anima. Not a bad. I think I pulled. How many Kaiju Slumbers did I just pull? Hold on, sorry. 2. I pulled a play set of Kaiju Slumber. Okay. Neat. And then last pack. I don't know what this is, but that's fine. These are the packs for playing and winning, so it's cool. Anyway, thanks for watching the deck profile. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, please let me know in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to see more content like this, also please let me know. Thanks for watching. Peace, YouTube.